Hi, I'm Sister Unity. Today in downtown Los Angeles, a member of the Proud Boys stabbed a journalist. They were covering protests by the Proud Boys. Something connected to the anti-transgender protests the Proud Boys have been conducting here in my city, the City of Angels, for at least a month, focused around the Wee Spa, a very beautiful, fun, lovely facility that welcomes everyone as California law requires, regardless of gender and gender identity. It is time that all of us stood up to groups like the Proud Boys, the Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, and other vigilante gangster groups of thugs. These are groups that use white supremacy and political rhetoric to cover the fact that they're just guys who like to punch and stab and create selfish, violent mayhem. There is no regard for the commonly accepted, democratically created rule of law under which we have all lived and prospered well for 240 plus years. It's time for these groups to go, and the people who will make them go are us. Whether we pressure our elected officials and our official policing or governmental agencies, yes, I know they have vast problems, systemic, racist, and misogynist problems, but unless we apply the pressure to correct those institutions and apply them properly to protect us from vigilante groups, they will continue to do nothing, or, as has happened with the Los Angeles Police Department, they will take the Proud Boys' side. Also, on our own, we need to find ways to tell them no. There is no place for your misbehavior, for your violence in American society. I don't know what the answer is. I don't want to get stabbed myself, but I'm willing to risk something to put out a statement that stops them in their tracks. What is that? Is it all of us putting out on social media our condemnation? Yes. Is it all of us founding counter-organizations or organizing counter-protests, hopefully peaceful? Yes. It's getting as many of us together to say with as much noise and color and firmness that we will not stand their presence nor their shenanigans ever again. It's your local community, so it's up to you to come up with what is the best way that you and your neighbors can get together and stop these violent gangs. That's what they are. They're gangs with a small imprimatur of politicization. It's an excuse for them to get their rocks off beating us up. We all knew these people in grade school, and we know that the way that you stop them is you shine light on them and reveal them for the cowards they are, for the pretentious, violent, bigoted show-offs they are, and you put them back in their place. Whichever place that is, it cannot be on our streets in our society. What will you do, and with whom in your neighborhood will you do it to stop the violence? Remember, the Proud Boys, the KKK, are cowards. The KKK has always hid its face. The Proud Boys may not wear hoods, but they too are cowards. How can I say they're cowards? Sister Unity, look at them, they punch people in the face. How is that cowardice? Because bravery is not the ability to commit acts of violence. Bravery is not standing up for what you believe with your fists. Bravery is putting your life on the line, but not just physically. Bravery is being willing to sit down and talk to your opponent to achieve their understanding of your point and your understanding of their point. The willingness to actually communicate is what men do. That takes skill, intelligence, talent, and courage. To get over yourself and hear someone else takes courage. To insist on your way and what you know to be right with your fists is not courage. Courage is standing up for others. But Sister Unity, surely soldiers are courageous. They use guns. Yes, but for who? They use guns not because they're convinced they're right. They use guns to protect other people. The Proud Boys, yes, you can argue, want to protect other people. White people. People who agree with them. Not all people. They are cowards because they refuse to consider or listen to or engage with the rest of us. So remember that though they are violent, they are brittle. They refuse to accept any information other than what they themselves choose to believe. This makes them brittle and puts them in a minority. We have open minds. We believe in people who are different from ourselves, but who are our neighbors, and there are more of us. So, educate and organize to educate. These are our tactics. Yes, this is long, slow work. It is 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It is long, slow, repetitive, tiring work with failures as much as successes, but it is the right work. It is good work. It is what we will do. It's what we've always done. Civil rights didn't happen from 1963 until 1968. Civil rights happened from the 1600s till 2021. We can do this work, and we can do it together. We have turned back the tide of ignorant violence before. We will turn back the tide of ignorant violence now.